Hello everyone. Today is the birth anniversary of greatest Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan, and we celebrate this day, that is 22nd of December, as National Mathematics Day every year to remember and pay tribute to Ramanujan. What all is covered in this presentation? Brief timeline of Srinivasa Ramanujan Iyengar, contributions made by Ramanujan in the field of mathematics, interesting and probably less known anecdotes about Ramanujan, the lost notebooks of Ramanujan, relevance of Ramanujan's work in 21st century, Ramanujan Museum and Photo Gallery. Ramanujan was born to a sari shop clerk Shri K. Srinivasa Iyengar and Shrimati Komalata Mal, who used to sing at a local temple at Erode, a small village about 400 km southwest of Chennai, Tamil Nadu, on December 22nd, 1887. All siblings of Ramanujan died in infancy. In 1889, he contracted smallpox. However, unlike thousands who died from the disease that year, he recovered. He is a photograph of Ramanujan with his parents. His parents considered him the blessing of goddess Shri Namagiri Thayar of Namakkal, the form of Hindu goddess Lakshmi. He was admitted to an elementary school at the age of 5. He demonstrated his genius in early age as he stood first in primary class in the whole district. Here is a Ramanujan's house in Kumbakoram, nearly 1900, and here is the house which is now converted into the museum. Sign of child prodigy. When Ramanujan was in class 4th, his classmate C.V. Rajagopalachari, who was studying in class 5th, raised the question, if root x plus y is 7 and x plus square root of y is 11, what are the values of x and y? For a class 4th student, it is not so easy problem, but Ramanujan's quick answer was x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 4. Another very interesting anecdote, when he was in school, his mathematics teacher was teaching the concept of numbers, and while he was giving one example that if there are 5 fruits and there are 5 students and if they are distributed equally, then each one will get 1. So Ramanujan asked this question that if no fruits are divided among no one, will each still get 1? That is 0 divided by 0 is also 1. What is the distance between the stars, moon, earth, and so on? What is the highest truth in mathematics? So these were the questions coming into the Ramanujan's mind when he was in class 4th or 5. Some told him that the Pythagoras theorem is the highest truth, and some told him that the trigonometry is the ultimate truth. He started reading himself in order to reveal the highest truth in mathematics. When in class 4th, he read the book by S.L. Loney, it's on the trigonometry, and he mastered all the formulas and theorems and solved all the problems of the book and started helping his neighbor studying in BA second year. In fact, he started taking their tuitions. When in class 5, he obtained the proof of Euler's theorem on sine and cosine function without any help. And the turning point in his life came when he was at the age of 15. He read the book titled A Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure and Applied Mathematics, a book by G.S. Carr. The book was compilation of about 6,000 of mathematical theorems and results with a very few proofs. During the school exams, he used to complete his mathematics paper in half the time allotted. In 1897, he passed an exam in English, Tamil, geography, and arithmetic with the highest scores in his district. Although being a bright student, he could not concentrate on the other subjects later, like English, Sanskrit, physiology, history, biology, and failed his high school exam. In 1904, he graduated from Town Higher Secondary School and received the K. Ranganatha Rao Prize in Mathematics. At that time, higher secondary referred to grade 11th. He received a scholarship to the Government Arts College but failed to study any subject but mathematics and lost his scholarship later. In 1905, he enrolled in another college but again failed to study the other required subjects and left without a degree. On 14th July 1909, Ramanujan was married to Janaki Ammal, who was 10-year-old when they got married and he was 21. Although he had no degree in mathematical studies, impressed V. Ramaswamy Iyer, who was the founder of the Indian Mathematical Society. Iyer gave him letter of introduction to R. Ramachandra Rao, who gave him financial backing while he continued his research in mathematics. In 1912, he was hired in the office of the chief accountant of the Madras Port Trust as a clerk on a salary of Rs 25 per month. On January 16, 1913, he sent letters and examples of his theorems to the English mathematician Professor G. H. Hardy, a fellow of Trinity College. The 10-page letter contained about 120 statements of theorems on infinite series, improper integrals, continued fractions, and number theory. Immediately after getting Professor Hardy's approval, Ramanujan was named a research scholar at the University of Madras, which is now Chennai. So, the Ramanujan's letter to G. H. Hardy on 16 January 1913. And here is the letter in his original handwriting. Page number 8 and 10, they are missing. So most of the results which are mentioned here, they are of very high level of mathematics. But he belonged to an orthodox Brahmin family. They believed that they would lose their caste by traveling to foreign shores. Ramanujan later agreed as his mother got a vivid dream in which their family goddess Namagiri commanded her to stand no longer between her son and the fulfillment of his life's purpose. Ramanujan was a religious man. He often said, "An equation for me has no meaning unless it represents a thought of God." On March 17, 1914, he boarded a steamer and arrived in England on 14th April 1914, traveling a distance for about a month. He was offered £250 per year for 5 years by the Madras University, which amounts to roughly Rs 2.4 lakhs per month, as if we compare with the present day situation. Hardy recognized and encouraged Ramanujan's brilliance in mathematics and presented his papers to his colleagues at Trinity College. He spent 5 years in Cambridge and was eventually awarded a PhD in mathematics, which was at that time known as BA in mathematics but renamed later as PhD in mathematics. So here is the photograph, Ramanujan's passport photograph. Ramanujan with his friends, mostly Indian. Ramanujan at graduation, So the man standing in the middle is Ramanujan. Another photograph of Ramanujan. And here is the photograph of Professor G.H. Hardy on the right, who invited him to Cambridge. And here is the photograph of another great mathematician, E.H. Neville, who came to India to convince Ramanujan and his mother to send him to England. For the 3 years, 1914 to 1917, Ramanujan worked with Hardy as his academic mentor and published 21 journal articles of the highest quality in mathematics, 16 as a sole author and 5 in collaboration with Hardy. In 1916, he was awarded the Bachelor of Science degree of Cambridge University. In February 1918, he was elected a Fellow of Royal Society of London, the second Indian to be so honored. And in October 1918, he was elected to a Trinity College Fellowship. Living far away from home and being involved in stressful studies, he always neglected his health. At India, tropical climate, and he was pure vegetarian. But there at England, it was very cold. Unfortunately, this period also had First World War, and so there was scarcity of vegetarian food. He was hospitalized in 1917. However, he showed little improvement by the end of 1918. There comes a very famous story, a taxi cab number 1729. During an illness in England, Hardy visited Ramanujan in the hospital. And while Hardy remarked that the taxi which he had taken has a very dull, boring and uninteresting number 1729. So Ramanujan instantly responded that this is a very remarkable and quite interesting number, as it is the smallest number that can be represented in two different ways by the sum of two different cubes. That is, 1729 can be written as 1 cube plus 12 cube, and this can also be written as 1 cube plus 10 cube. That's the brilliance of mathematician Ramanujan. Well, the next bigger numbers are as follows, which were researched later on. He returned to India from Cambridge in 1919 March. At home during next 1 year, he jotted down 600 formula on loose sheets of papers. Later, these papers became the content of the lost notebooks found by the mathematician George Andrews in 1976. Professor Hardy urged Indian authorities, Professor G.N. Watson and Professor B.M. Wilson to edit the notebooks, which were then published in May 1977. He passed away on April 26, 1920. He was diagnosed with tuberculosis, that is TB, and a severe vitamin deficiency. But later, medical studies point to a case of undiagnosed hepatic amoebiasis. It was actually fully curable had there been a proper diagnosis. That was a disease related to the liver, but doctors were not able to identify the disease and they declared this as TB, which was not curable at that time. His wife, Mrs. Janaki Ammal, lived for several decades and died on April 13, 1994. Ramanujan left behind 3,900 original theorems, despite his lack of formal education and a short lifespan of 32 years only. Now, certain contributions by Ramanujan in different areas of mathematics, may it be Mach theta functions, Hardy-Ramanujan Littlewood circle method in number theory, Roger Ramanujan's identities in partition of numbers, algebra of inequalities, continued fractions, partial sums, products of hypergeometric series, elliptical functions and integrals, magic squares, sum of series, combinational analysis, polynomials, number theory, gamma functions, highly composite numbers, properties of primes, and the list goes endless. Just as a quick recap, let's consider the timeline of Ramanujan's life. December 22nd, 1887, born at Erode, Tamil Nadu. 1892, joins primary school at Kumbakonam. 1898, joins Town High School at Kumbakonam. 1904, joins Government College at Kumbakonam. 1906, joins Pachayappa College as Madras. 1909, marriage with Janaki Ammal. 1911, his first paper in a journal, Bharatiya Mathematical Society. In 1912, joins Madras Port Trust as a clerk. January 16, 1913, the first correspondence with Professor G.H. Hardy. March 17, 1914, he sails to England. 1917, he was unwell. 1918, Fellow of Royal Society and Trinity College. March 13, 1919, he arrived to India back, and on April 26, 1920, he died at Kumbakonam. Attentions from mathematicians. Now a few mathematical work. One of the first problem he posed in a journal of Bharatiya Mathematical Society was as follows. Find the value of this nested square root. Ramanujan himself supplied the solution to this problem because even after posing this problem, throughout the world no one was able to solve it for the next 6 months. And the answer to this problem is a very simple number 3. And he has given this as a reverse approach, the proof of this, that the answer is 3. Another very interesting topic he talked about is a partition theory. A partition of a natural number n denoted by p of n is a sequence of non-decreasing positive integers whose sum is n. Let's consider a simple example to understand this. For n is equal to 1, I can write 1 as only 1. So partition of 1, that is only one case. When n is 2, 2 can be written as 2 or 1 plus 1. So P of 2 is 2. When n is 3, 3 can be written in the following different 3 manners like this. So P of 3 is 3. But when we talk about n is equal to 4, now you observe that P of 4 is 5 different ways, followed by P of 5 is 7, P of 6 is 11, and so on. But there was no formula for getting the exact value of the partition of a number. Even if n is 10, the total number of partitions become 42. But Ramanujan gave an asymptotic formula for the larger value of n as follows. Few more astonishing results given by Ramanujan to get the value of pi. Another very beautiful result which found its application in the number of electrons for the subshell, and also it arises in the quantum mechanics. Another result which seems to be absurd, like 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 and so on, is 1 by 4, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to infinity, that is minus 1 over 12. That is, a sum of n natural numbers is minus 1 by 12, which is of course not possible, but he has justified this, and this refers to the famous Riemann-Zeta function and helped in developing the string theory in physics. Some reference links are given. Now coming to the Ramanujan's lost notebooks. So here is the original manuscript in the written by Ramanujan. One of his notebooks was known as the Lost Notebook. It was discovered in a Trinity College library by the mathematician George Andrews in 1976. Later, it was published as a book. With the assistance of several mathematicians, the task was completed in 5 volumes over a period of 21 years. In fact, in 1987, while the world was celebrating the 100th birth celebration of Ramanujan, Hardy heard about the unpublished notebooks of Ramanujan. It was said that his wife Janaki Ammal was keeping them as a memory in her trunk box. So lot to come in near future as well. So here are the topics which were contained in the Ramanujan's lost notebook for the quick reference. In December 2011, in recognition of his contribution to mathematics, the Government of India declared that Ramanujan's birthday, that is 22nd of December, should be celebrated every year as a National Mathematics Day, and also declared 2012 as the National Mathematics Year. India Post released new stamp for Srinivasa Ramanujan in his 125th birth anniversary. Government established Ramanujan Institute for Advanced Study in Mathematics of University of Chennai. A famous biography by Robert Kanigal, The Man Who Knew Infinity, A Life of the Genius Ramanujan. And there is a movie on the Ramanujan. The role of Ramanujan was played by Dev Patel. And this is the photograph of Ramanujan College, formerly known as Deshbandhu College, which is located at Delhi. Now certain interesting facts and anecdotes about Ramanujan. Ramanujan didn't speak and remained dumb until 1892 when he was 4 years old. So that was a great matter of concern for the parents. His friends called him Ramanya and her mother used to call him Chinnaswamy, meaning a little lord. Srinivasa was in such poverty that he often sustained on minimal foods and didn't even have enough money to obtain paper for his studies. As a result, he used slate for writing his mathematics. Even Ramanujan would sometimes write in red ink on paper already written upon just to save the paper. Using pens with different colors, Ramanujan had filled the sheets with more than one set of computations. He sometimes used to write from top to bottom, and then using some different color pen or pencil, he used to write from bottom to top and even at times from left to right. As mentioned, he lived in absolutely poverty. Once he said to one of his friends, "When food is a problem, how can I find money for paper? I may require 4 reams of paper every month." That is 2000 sheets, A4 sheets he might require every month to just jot down whatever was coming into his mind. Ramanujan credited his brilliance to family goddess Namagiri Thayar. Once Ramanujan said, "While asleep I had an unusual experience. There was a red screen formed by flowing blood, as it were. I was observing it. Suddenly a hand began to write on the screen. I became all attention. That hand wrote a number of elliptical integrals. They stuck to my mind. As soon as I woke up, I committed them to writing. Though Professor Hardy never believed in it, but later he admitted that yes, there was some power which Ramanujan always used to mention, because otherwise it was impossible to think of the mathematics which Ramanujan was doing. Before writing letter to Professor G. H. Hardy, Ramanujan sent letters to two other English mathematicians, Professor H. F. Baker and Professor E. W. Hobson, but with no response. And later these two supported Ramanujan to become Fellow of Royal Society. Ramanujan also had a very emotional side to him. He had run away from home when he had failed in few of the subjects. In fact, 2 months before he was to be elected as Fellow of Royal Society, he threw himself on the underground track to commit the suicide because he was in depression, he had no good health, he had no food, vegetarian food to eat, and there was a First World War at that time. But miraculously, the train had a sudden electrical failure and stopped short of him on the track, and he was survived. Now let's talk about the relevance of Ramanujan's work in present day. What is surprising is that his mathematics done over 100 years ago find applications today in other areas than the mathematics. And those areas which were even not established at that time. And three among these are signal processing, black hole theory in physics, and the cancer treatment research. In 2010, scientists found a profound and precise relationship between Ramanujan's Mach theta function and hottest item in theoretical physics, which refers to the string theory and black holes, which are actually required to answer the questions like how this universe was formed. The partition of a number, which was discussed earlier, it seems to be very simple mathematical calculation idea, but it again reveals the properties of black holes. Over the decades, much to the amusement of mathematicians everywhere, Mach theta function have cropped up amidst calculations in a number of fields, including mathematics, physics, chemistry, and even cancer treatment research. And Mach theta functions is a mathematical concept which Ramanujan talked about and written just a year before his death. Rating by G. H. Hardy. Once G. H. Hardy mentioned that according to the natural talent of mathematicians, he would grade himself 25 marks out of 100, Littlewood 30, Hilbert 80, and Ramanujan 100. Now, the Museum for the Man Who Knew Infinity, which is situated at Chennai, and here is a statue of Ramanujan. The letter written by S. Janaki Ammal to Mr. Richard Aske, thanking him for providing and contributing for this sculpture in the memory of his husband Srinivasa Ramanujan. It was written on 17th March in 1984. The inside of the museum, and here is the horoscope of Srinivasa Ramanujan. Srinivasa Ramanujan's family. And the other persons who has helped him, he was the younger brother of Ramanujan, and he was born when the Ramanujan was 17-year-old. And here is the photograph of Sri Namakkal Namagirith Iyer, the goddess to whom Ramanujan owes his all mathematicals writing. Certain prizes and the certificates received by Ramanujan while he was in junior classes. And this is a bench over which Ramanujan used to sit for hours every day while the friends and the other one were playing in the street, and he was busy doing mathematics. So Ramanujan studied at Kumbakoram Town High School, and that's the image of high school in 2003, which was renovated later on. The Ramanujan Hall, exclusively dedicated to Ramanujan, built in Kumbakoram Town High School. And the certain persons who actually helped Ramanujan a lot, and here is a slate which Ramanujan used to write. Another certification issued by University of Madras in 1905 to Ramanujan. And this is a Pachayappa College, Chennai, where he appeared for the FA examination, and he appeared 3 times, but he failed 2 times because of his illness. He could not appear for the examination. Srinivasa Ramanujan with his wife, and that's the letter written by Ramanujan when he applied for the post in Madras Port Trust, wherein he got the job as a clerk. And here is the slate already shown. S. Narayan Iyer, he was the chief accountant of the Madras Port Trust, and the man who is in this picture, he is S. Narayan Iyer. He is the grandson of S. Narayan Iyer. He is now in US. Sir Francis Spring, chairman of Madras Post Trust, who helped him, and Professor V. Ramaswamy Iyer, the founder of Indian Mathematical Society, who helped Ramanujan in getting the employment. Then Mr. S. Narayana Iyer, the manager of the Post Trust, Dr. P. S. Chandrasekhar, who treated Ramanujan while he was in Chennai. And here is the copy of the passport of Ramanujan. Cambridge University campus at the time when Ramanujan went over there. And here is the copy of one letter written by Ramanujan to one of his friends while he was in Trinity College. Ramanujan once left his home because he scored poor marks, and the parents actually gave the advertisement in the newspaper Hindu, and he came home after a few days after reading this. Some of the other original work written by Ramanujan in his original writing. Now, finally, the lessons to be learned from the life of Ramanujan. We should recognize the greatness of such people and take inspiration from their life and their work, and don't be discouraged by the failure. Gaining wide recognition takes patience and efforts. Everyone in life needs a mentor. Work that inspires future innovations. Once again, happy National Mathematics Day to all of you. Thank you very much.